Welcome everyone, and welcome to our 5th non-fungible auction. So for the people who don't know how we work, we usually organize these at important conferences, such as today at NFTBERLIN. Thanks for the organizer and everyone. What we'll do, we'll auction a few NFTs from projects that we like, from projects that have worked with us, and from ourselves as well, and up to all the profits will go to charities from 50% as the bare minimum. Some projects have, of course, to get some cost. Most of it will go to charities. So what we'll do today, I think it'd be possible to auction from the phone. So there is a phone number, if you can show it on the screen. You can call us, follow it from Twitch. Big up for the people on Twitch following us. And we'll kick it off when this kicks off. Yes, thank you. So the first thing that we're going to auction, we usually do this as a bit of a tradition. BlackPool will be the first to auction a piece of NFTs, a piece of our history. So I'll just briefly talk about BlackPool. We are an NFT hedge fund. We basically invest in NFTs pretty early on. We have an advisory role in most of the project that we decide to go in bed with. And what we do, we actively manage that collection of NFTs to return as high a yield as we can. To do this, we have a whole bunch of strategies. We have a bunch of experts that are going to be following closely and so on. So what we do, we redistribute that yield to our stakers, our investors. And today, let me just show you quickly some of the projects that we have invested in. So a lot of GameFi, a lot of it was gaming into 21. Not gonna lie, yield-bearing NFTs are gonna be a big thing. I'm pretty sure we're gonna invest in a whole lot of the world in infrastructure and so on. But so far, we're pretty big in gaming. We have a guild, which means we have hundreds. We have like 1,600, 1,700 of players around the world. They're all doing an amazing work as well. They are a great community, and some of them have started their own charities. Usually, we actually support those guys with these auctions. Today, we decided to do a little bit different, but I'm still going to do a little hi to Rolando and his team and so on. I always try to say thank you to the community because they're doing a great job feeding children in Philippines, for instance. So big up to those guys. But today, we're going to be auctioning one of our NFTs for Asami, which is a Lebanese NGO. And I think the video is going to show it better than me and talk to it a bit better than me. So if you can.
In Lebanon, children born to underprivileged families have limited access to specialized pediatric care due to the lack of qualified and affordable facilities in public hospitals. Since its establishment in 2016, the NGO Asami Birth and Beyond has treated over 2,570 infants in the Carlos Salim Center for Children at the Beirut Government University Hospital, Karantina. With the support and commitment of leading pediatricians and surgeons and expert nursing staff, Asami Birth and Beyond was able to treat a wide range of cases for a fraction of the cost incurred in private hospitals. Our mission is to save Lebanese, refugee or stateless babies and children of all ages, children in need whose parents are unknown or in prison, children left at orphanages and others in garbage bins. To continue providing them the specialized medical care they need and deserve is a daily challenge. Asami Birth and Beyond is dedicated to the well-being of babies and children in Lebanon.
Right, so 100% of the profits from the sale, which is from our in-house artist, will go to that NGO. So just a few words about our artist. He unfortunately could not be here with us today, but Octopus is the Web3 version of a pretty good Web2 comics designer, comic book artist, sorry. He worked, for instance, with like things that you may have heard about, like Star Wars and Marvel and things like that. So he decided to lend his pen to us, and I think for the fourth time now has made a what we call an égérie, so a representation of the city that we do the conference in. So today we did this in Berlin, so he took his inspiration from the city of Berlin and made Alexandra. So I think I'm going to butcher the name here, but it took an inspiration from the Fernstern. Is that a place in Alexanderplatz? Anyway, sorry about the pronunciation. I'm hopeless at German. And he also took some inspiration from German bands like Kraftwerk. Fuck. Why is German so hard? Seriously, guys. Anyway, and Rammstein, that I can pronounce Rammstein right. Anyway, that's why there is all this sort of a radio vibe to it. And also, of course, this series of posters are inspired from the 60s and 70s concert happening in Miami, there where the concerts were already completely fully booked anyway. They were just doing the posters for fun. They were doing the posters as collectibles, and that's what we're doing here as well. So we already have a few other posters, and this is the latest contribution to that. And the sort of common line between as well of these posters is the influence from Musha, which in this case we find in the mic. So there it is, that's Alexandra from Octopus, and we will start bidding at 0.3 ETH. I hope you took your ledger. I'm not going to take no for an answer. If I point you in the room, you have to bid. That's kind of like the thing, I see you just did this? Is that important? Okay, 0.3 first. I'm not gonna let you go out of that room actually, if it doesn't go as I wanted to do. For just like for precision, these do not go for 0.3, so. You guys came here to bid, right? 0.3 here, thank you. I think I saw a hand there, that if you do this, that means you're bidding at 0.4, is it? At 0.4 it is. 0.4, thank you, Bertrand. You do know that BlackPool is a bit of a fan of utility, right? Like nothing in BlackPool comes with nothing, right? You do realize these. I mean, I'm not gonna give more alpha than that, but might give you access to other stuff. 0.5, yeah, he knows us, that's why. 0.6 next. I'm not letting you go below, can someone lock the room? Just like to make sure that I'm not letting anyone go. Anyway, did I see 0.6? Nice, thanks. I knew there was something missing. Now we are talking. So who's up for 0.7 ETH? Okay, 0.7 someone? Is that that's a 0.7, sir. That is like you can't take it back. You can't take it back. Right. No worries. That is 0.7? Thank you, sir. Okay, now we are getting a little bit closer to what this is really worth, to be honest. How much did the last one go for? 2 ETH? I'll stop bothering you guys at like 1 ETH. If you give me 1 ETH, then it will be good. And then you can go if you want, but after. Otherwise, you're all locked in here and you're missing the Kit Kat. Okay, we have 0.7 here. I mean, that guy's a pretty good lad, so I'm going to let him go away with it, with 0.7 ETH, if that's okay. That's 0.7 ETH once. That's 0.7 ETH twice. Well, that works. 0.7 ETH, thank you, sir. Right, for the next person, this time we are going to go a little bit further and go back to the theme of that auction, which is Berlin. And what better in Berlin than techno music? There you go. So Alain from Bolero, you can actually, there you go. Yeah, I think we can, come on.
1, 2, 1, 2. Can you hear me? Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Alain Zovigian. I'm head of music at Bolero, Paris-based Web3 platform, music platform that is shaping the future of the music industry as we know it. Before I present to you the project that I've been building for the past couple of months with my friend Sama Abdul Hadi, the Palestinian DJ and producer, I wanted to present to you a quick video description of what it is that we do at Bolero that will save you the pain of a commercial pitch, and hopefully you'll understand what we do better. You can go to the next slide.
It's not from there. That would be too easy for me, wouldn't it?
So yeah, as you can probably tell from that video, our mission is to empower and shape the future of the creators economy, obviously worldwide, but this time around we're focusing on Lebanon, and more specifically the Beirut music scene. So you might ask yourself, why Beirut and why Lebanon? Well, first and foremost, it is our opinion that Beirut and its music scene is the bedrock of electronic music culture in the Middle East, as much as Berlin is to Europe. And also, as you probably know, secondly, over the past 2 years, the country has gone through a major shift. It went from being a pretty developed country to being third world. It all started with a failed revolution. And that failed revolution directly led to the banking system and sector collapsing. Why did it collapse? Because we were giving 10% interest on deposit, doing nothing. And all of a sudden, that whole thing collapsed, that Ponzi scheme. And people went from being able to access their income, their savings, to not being able to withdraw or use banks just the way we do on a daily basis. So imagine going to the bank, having $100, and your bank telling you that you can't possibly have more than $9 or $10 on that amount. This is the reality of what they're going through. And on top of that arrived a political crisis with no prime minister or president for a year. And then we all went through the same thing, pandemic, with, in a country with no infrastructure, it's kind of hard to deal with. Followed by what is, the camels that the draw that broke the camel's back, the explosion in the port of Beirut, that not only took hundreds of lives away, but also destroyed the soul of a city. So a lot of people were affected. Today we're focusing on the artists, on the music scene. And from that moment on, it was kind of a dark path for them to follow. You know, they went from being able to make sort of a living by playing here and there in a couple of clubs, to not being able to play, not have the infrastructure that any other scene has from a music business perspective. And on top of that, if they were to make any type of money, they can't possibly access it. And this is where the whole rationale behind why Web3 and crypto and a platform like Bolero that leverages the social token and the NFT makes sense for artists in Lebanon, because it just gives them their freedom back. They're able to mint a song, create a social token, cut the middleman, get their money straight into their wallet without anyone having to, you know, interfere, basically. So the third reason why we're focusing on Lebanon is because prior to joining Bolero, I was basically in charge of all the festival and club partnership at Boiler Room TV in London, where I met Sama, and her and I share the same love for this country and for the scene. So it was just natural for us to go back to Lebanon, using that technology and give it to them so that they could just solve at least half of their problems. And yeah, if we can get to the next slide, please. Now we're getting into the thick of it, the reason why we're here today. We wanted to focus on something special for you guys. Build a use case through NFTs that are a box in which you can put whatever you want in it. And for us, it was about making it meaningful for you and for them. So the item we're auctioning off today and that you will be bidding on is basically the first ever music NFT compilation coming out of the Middle East that is carried by a global superstar. And on top of that, all the songs are one-of-ones, the edition of ones. They have been created and produced specifically for this compilation. They are unreleased. And on top of that, the beauty of it is that the artists have decided to share some of the rights with you. So it comes with a 49% royalty on the master share. So for those who don't know, it means that should this track be exploited commercially, you will be beneficial owners on top of being owners of the songs. That has never been done before. It's kind of unprecedented on the scene. And it's their way, the artist's ways, of donating to this project so that they can receive back and inspire other people in Lebanon to basically go the Web3 way and find solution for themselves with the art that they create on a daily basis. The inspiration behind the artwork as you see it is kind of personal to the Lebanese way of life. It depicts the duality of how we feel about Lebanon. It's it's hard to explain, but there's a love-hate relationship with the country and everything that makes it. What makes us love the country also are the reason why we hate it. And this is something we all feel deeply as artists, citizens, and we wanted to show the duality between the moon and the sun, the love and the heart and the brain, the devil and the angel. And obviously, Lebanon is a country where you can ski and see the sea at the same time. So it's a very dual relationship. It was created by Hiba, an art director from Lebanon who lives in Dubai. And last but not least, why we chose to support Nusaned as an organization. So when Sama and I flew to Beirut in January with William, the founder of Bolero, we wanted to basically work with an NGO that's going to help no matter who you pray or vote for or vouch for. And Nusaned just does that. They are apolitical, they're non-religious, and it's just it felt right to partner with them and give them the money we're able to raise so far. Because on top of going there to film the documentary that Sama is working on and doing an artist residency where everybody has produced the tracks you're going to hear as part of this mini mix, you know, brain freeze. Nusanet basically is the most meaningful way to help people in Lebanon, because with just 1 ETH, you can support 3 families of 4 people for an entire year, food and shelter. And right now, we're more focused on the micro issues than the macro issues, because we can't possibly solve it with a music NFT program. But we feel that, you know, human decency is the basis here, and the reason why we chose Nusanet, for them being apolitical and non-religious, and they have a direct impact on the lives of hundreds of people in Lebanon. So I'm leaving you with a little mini mix that we put together, because the compilation is like 30 minutes long, on top of coming with a royalty share. And it lasts 7 minutes, and it gives you a grasp, a snapshot of where the scene is at today, how they feel the music they wanted to share with you. And through the raves we organized in Beirut, Paris, and London, we raised 15,000 so far, and I hope we can double that today with your help. Thank you, BlackPool, for the opportunity, and StakeDAO. It's an honor to be here. And on behalf of everyone who's involved in this, thank you for your collaboration and participation into this auction.
Thanks a lot. Okay. Yeah, while we are listening to the music, let's start the bid. Actually, that's a pretty good bid to actually start bidding. So we'll start bidding at 0.5 ETH, and again, I'm not letting you go. That's just not gonna happen. So I wanna see 0.5 ETH. Anyone? 0.5 there, perfect. Sir, how much? 0.6. Got 0.6 here. Well, the 0.6 is not gonna cut it, guys. We have to raise about $15,000, which is, I mean, at today's price of ETH is what, like, I don't know, like 100? I mean, ETH is about like $200 now, right? So, I mean, you know, throw in your ETH. I wanna see 1 ETH. Come on. So you just come in the room? That's 1 ETH, sir. Yep, 1 ETH there. He's gonna know it later, it's fine. Come on, guys. You have a 0.6 euro somewhere? 0.7, is it? Come on, boys. Do we have someone on the phone, by the way? Yep, sorry, you are? 1 ETH, right, thank you. Who are you on the phone with? He's not there, is he? Well, you're lucky. Okay, so we are 1 ETH. I'm not gonna let it go away with 1 ETH. We have to raise about, like, a lot more than that if we want. Come on, I'm sure you came in with your ledger. I mean, again, I'm keeping you here. I'm not letting you go to KitKat if that doesn't go for at least like 2. Is that a bid? That's a bid. That's it. Careful, that's the rule, though. Okay, so we are at 1 ETH there, right? Come on, give me 1.2. Sir with the glasses here. Where are you from? Yes, you. Iceland. Plenty of money in Iceland. You can spare 1.5 ETH for that. I mean, come on, I got a friend in Iceland. Like, his rent is like my monthly salary, so. Yeah, I gotta try something. Right, we had 1.2 ETH, was it? I'll give you 30 more seconds, and we're gonna have to close this one and go to the next. But come on, you've seen the importance of work that they are doing. Let's not let this go for just 1 ETH. Come on. Sir? Right, I'm gonna have to let it go. You have someone? No? So we're gonna 1 ETH once. 1 ETH twice. 1.2. Thank you, sir. 1.2 ETH. Now we're talking. Who's for 1.4? Come on, me 1.4. 1.5. You know, 1.4 is just not a. It's a bad number. What? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got 49% shares on the master. That, I mean, in itself, you're doing a good deed. But like, there is some pretty good value after that. 49% of the masters, as you said, is not just the royalties from the artists. It's anything. It goes on an advert, that's 49%. It goes in a movie, that's 49%. It goes to KitKat, you don't. Come on, so we had 1.2, was it? 1.4, 1.5, come on. Okay, so 1.2 once, 1.2 twice, and 1.2. Thank you, sir. Right, next I'm gonna have to call our friend, sorry, from Brewhouse, Jonas, who works with Brewhouse, and Patricia Gloom, and is gonna explain everything. Round of applause, guys, please, come on. Okay,
Thank you so much. It's so nice to see all of you, and hi to everybody who's watching this online. Today I'm super excited to present to you a new video from the New York and Paris-based production company Brewhouse. It's a short video called Forged in Chaos, and it's kind of like a poetic documentary painting an authentic picture of two young people who live in who are very central in the ballroom Vogue dancing community in New York. It's not the first collaboration between filmmaker Patricia and the two dancers. They actually had a video a year ago called "Do You for You," which actually won the Love Story Film Festival for Best Movie, and it was also nominated for the Canada Film Festival and the Chelsea Film Festival. So we're very excited to see where this film is going, but we can already reveal that it will be premiered as Vimeo staff picks next Thursday. And that's actually the first time it will be shown to the broad public, but you guys are actually going to be the first people who will see it, well, of anyone. So it's a very special premiere today. And so to celebrate or to kind of mark the launch of this video, we are minting 4 NFTs, which are short snippets from the animations in the video itself. And you will see that when I'm going to show you the whole video, and you will see that there are some animations in between, which will be the basis of these NFTs that we're minting for this video. And we also, yeah, if you can go to the next slide, please. That's it. I think there's another slide, probably. Yeah, there, perfect. We're also super honored to be able to share the revenue from this sale with the charitable organization called Eco 100+, which is an organization based in Greece, and they focus on the ongoing refugee crisis, which is still happening there, you know, and it's not an issue that we see so much of anymore, but the truth is that it's still there's still thousands of people coming from especially Syria and other like war other countries that have issues with like war at the moment. And it's still a big strain on the communities, and of course, most of all, it's a big problem for all the refugees that still suffer from these circumstances. And we're super happy to be able to work together with this organization and to provide them some financial support for the work that they do. I would like to, well, before we show the video, well, maybe I'll just say it afterwards. You can feel free to play the movie now.
Hey, son. I have a poem that I wrote. You want to hear? Here. Speeding through the misty meadows of my subconscious mind, I tend to blow past the signs of harmony. I think you saved me. Do not come searching for me. I am where I need to be.
You were the first person I ever asked to be my mother. It was awkward.
It was a bit awkward. I was like, girl, what you talking about your mother?
Because then I had to explain to my mom that I had this person in my life who I called mother in the ballroom scene.
Right.
That comes over and takes me out of it sometimes.
My mom left me in the hospital. For whatever reason, I don't know. My father's never been in my life.
You came at the right time. I didn't know what I was trying to do.
I was telling people about you being my son, and people were like, you have a son? I'd be like, yeah, I have a son, but he's my gay son. He's my best friend, but he's my gay son. Or I cook for him, you know, we watch movies, we vote, we do everything.
The definition of being like a son to someone in the scene is like being able to be taken care of and trusting someone.
The poem that I wrote, that's what explains all of this. Raw with emotions deep to the core, your tears rolling down to the ocean's floor. I am way down in the sea of dreams. Do not bother searching for me.
That's why you're my son. That's why you're my mother.
Yeah, okay, girl.
None of this, that touchy-feely stuff.
We need to...
We gotta go. Let's go.
You wanted to add something, I believe, or...
Yeah, well, actually, so this was like the full short movie. And I think on the next slide you will be able to see, so essentially for the launch of this film, we are then minting 4 of these animations that you probably saw in the middle of the film. And we will be minting essentially like 4 single edition unique NFTs, and there's only and this is the first one that we are launching, and so essentially this is, I would say, probably the best moment to jump on this, you know, because we're also currently submitting this video to several film festivals and stuff, so we're very curious to kind of like see how it will be received and stuff, and I think that the remaining 3 NFTs will be minted later on. So, but this is like the first moment and the first chance essentially. So. Essentially, like the project itself, you know, or like this animation or this artistic output was kind of it was essentially like the result of an ongoing artistic exploration. It was a collaboration between Patricia, which is the filmmaker, the dancers, and me, who is the digital artist who essentially worked on this. And we basically wanted to see how we could kind of translate, you know, these kind of like moves, so this dance space into sort of a digital space. And we're pretty excited about how it turned out. And we also never really embarked on this project with the intention that it would become like an NFT, or like that was like the final outcome. It was always just kind of like a creative pursuit, or it was driven by our own kind of creative interest and our creative passion. But today we feel that like this is such a, we really like that, we feel that like making it into an NFT is the right kind of final destination for it, because it serves as like the artistic token for the entire video, and it also actually helps similar projects be possible in the future. So that's why we're very excited to be able to present these to you today. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Jonas. That deserved it. Now we're on set. So we'll be starting the bid at 0.5 ETH for the first of the 4 NFTs. So can I get just like a couple of those just start with 0.5? Come on. Who here is going to the party at KitKat later? Come on, who's going? Show your hand. Come on. I know you guys are going. Come on, we'll start at 0.5. If it doesn't reach the reserve price, we'll have to reconvene for this one. So 0.5, let's put it just straight up to 1 ETH. Otherwise, we're going to be closing this one and putting it up at the next auction. Can I get 1 ETH? No. You guys have been affected by the price drop today of ETH, didn't you? If I don't see 1 ETH in the next 10 seconds, we are going to move to the next part. So we reconvene once, twice, and 3 times. That would be for another time, guys. Shame on you, though. I'll remember that at KitKat. Sorry, guys. So next would be Technopunk, please, and Christian's Commas. Yeah, come over, Jess. No worries. Yeah, I think. Oh yeah, you're gonna have 1 mic for 2 people or something.
Yeah. Yeah, hi guys. Crazy to be here. We're in Berlin. Technopunks, it just makes sense. And we're here with Christian Canvas. And maybe you can go to the next slide. And I'll talk a bit about Technopunks, which is basically the very first DJ and raver related collectible in the NFT space. So it's basically a historic thing. And yeah, like today we're actually presenting a new collection which is called Technopunks Back to Back. And what we are premiering actually is like 1-of-1 NFTs, which are collaborations together with me with music producers. And this is the first one today, which we are showing together with Christian Canvas. He's a crazy, brilliant techno DJ and music producer. And I'm really stoked about this because I really want to show this, what we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to say this is extra special for me because his NFT was the first NFT that I ever bought in my life.
Right.
And that's how we met, sort of, and through somebody over here as well, who connected us. And yeah, the charity is the Water Project. Pretty self-explanatory about providing water to sub-Saharan communities in Africa. And the main reason why we chose this is because we wanted to make sure that the charity gets the most funds possible, so they don't get like 10% of the money that we give them, or 30, which is the standard. 80% goes to the Water Project, and they basically take care of setting up wells and dams in these sub-Saharan African countries, and getting the communities informed, and following up with them, you know, educating them, providing sanitation through hydration and all that stuff. So that's where all 100% of our whatever we make from this auction is going, all of it is going to the Water Project.
Yeah, let's show the NFT.
Yeah, I think we can show
maybe I'll just say real quick, it's number 71 and it's called Rave Kong. And
yeah,
can we do it a bit louder though?
It's easy, isn't it? This is what I hear when I walk around in Berlin anyway. So we have a starting bid at 0.5 for the Technopunks 71. Yeah. So 0.5 to start with. We got 0.5. Some of you probably know the guy. That's why. We'll see who does and who doesn't.
Also, there's actually another thing we want to mention, which is there's also physical collector's item that we brought and made for this collaboration. we're really stoked about it. Yeah, let's see it.
Is this really fragile, or can you guys show it a little bit? That's really nice. Yeah, I want that. Yeah, I guess we're
Is this, yeah, so this is one-sided, obviously, to make it even more rare. We etched the one side with a loop continuously for 7.5 minutes, so you can really, really get into it. And yeah, this is the physical part of it, which is pretty awesome, I think.
Yeah, I guess that straight up. How much you want to put? 0.66, that works. 0.8. Thank you. How much? Who's on the phone with you? He did say 8, I think. That's what I heard. So we are 8 ETH. That's very, very good, La Bertrand. Really, really nice of you. So who can beat 8 ETH? Now, we are about 0.8 ETH now. Closing on the reserve price. 0.9 here. Thank you. Can you turn around? Yeah. So we are looking for 1 ETH now, if I'm right. 1 ETH. Aurélien, 1 ETH? I don't think I'll let it go for 0.9. So we're gonna have to hear 1 ETH unless you want to be stuck here forever. That was not 1 ETH. No. Sir, how much? Is that's a sign for you actually? You know, if you do this, that works. I mean, come on, it's like $200. 1 ETH. All right, so we're at 0.9. Yeah. I know you want it. I know you're happy with 0.9. I'm not. I know. I'll let it go at 1 ETH. If you put it up to 1 ETH, I might start the countdown. What about you? Your salary is okay. You can spare 1 ETH. All right, I got 0.9. Is that okay, guys? How does that sound? Is that 0.9? We can. Okay, 0.9 once. You sure? You're hesitating there. Is it ching? 0.9 once? 0.9 twice? 0.9. Thanks a lot, guys. That's amazing. Actually, I'll keep that. I mean, I said 1 ETH. We didn't get 1 ETH, so I'll keep that. And you can get. Right, for next. You didn't bid. You don't get to come here anymore, isn't it? So next we're gonna auction an NFT from Battlefly, which is a project that BlackPool got involved with recently.
Thank you, Sam. So today I'm part of BlackPool, but I'm representing the project Battleflies that we are partnered with. And the creator of Battlefly is not here today, but I will present for him. So can you go to the next slide, please, girls? So what's Battlefly? Battlefly is like PvP, it's like player versus player and P2P DeFi strategy game. It's built on the Trezor ecosystem, and it works with Magic. And today we are auctioning a Battlefly for the. Oh, can you go to the next slide, please, Kirst? Yeah. For Save the Children, it's an organization in Myanmar. And since the military coup in Myanmar on the 1st of February, I think some of you heard about it. There's like a big problem of violence, and some protesters are very young, and the repression is against children as well. So today we are raising money for this association. We're raising money with the help of Battlefly with Fazia, which is on the next slide. which is a 1-1 collaboration with Butterfly. It's a legendary one you can use in the game. And the peacock, the pattern is a peacock because the peacock represents a big emblem of power and freedom in Myanmar. The use of this NFT is in a game, but also it can yield for you some magic, and you can lock it. And honestly, the price of it is very low for today. And I think some of them went out for in magic price, but in ETH for 2 ETH, something like this and more. So today the starting big, it's 0.2 ETH, and I think we can start now if someone wants to go on. Not too quick, I want you to bid on it as well. So please, my friend.
We're starting at 0. We're starting at 0.2.
Okay. Now we are a duo,
already?
so you need to bid because double the power. Okay.
Is that 0.2? That's 0.2 here?
Yeah, the raise them.
I was already starting bidding. Is that 0.3? It is. Nice.
Okay, 0.3.
0.4 there.
Narcisse?
You mentioned the yield there already, or?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
You know it, maybe.
No. There is some yield to it as well. So, yeah. So for you're doing a good action, but also for your own benefit. So we are at 0.5.
0.5 there.
0.5. What about 0.5 here? Check the price of ETH. That's like $100. It's fine.
Narcisse, if you want to go, you can.
So 0.5. The game is going to be out. Was that in? I think the roadmap says the game's probably going to be out end of the summer.
Yeah, during the summer, yeah. But you can, I think, you can lock your NFT now.
Yeah. You lock it. You get yield and up to and during the game as well.
Yeah, and Butterfly is a game, but also it's an incubator. So a lot of games, it will be kind of like
it's a bank. Yeah, it's a flywheel. Yeah.
It's a flywheel into the Magic ecosystem, which is for us, I think, one of the best ecosystems to launch a game on. So we are very excited to partner with them.
So 0.5 once, 0.5 twice. Bit of some ASMR for the, and 0.5 was it?
Yeah.
Done. Thanks, Bertrand.
Thank you.
And thank you, Sorcier.
I'm Dox. You can call me R1.
Oh,
hello, Twitch.
That was the the big reveal. Actually, so for the next one, I'll talk about it again a bit. Some of you might know StakeDAO. StakeDAO is a sister DAO to BlackPool. And it's a great way to access really good strategies for ease access for retail. So you get access to liquid lockers, you get access to exotic strategies, things like options and so on. So you get some of the best yield and the best money for your buck on the market. It's all part of that curve war. I'm sure you guys heard about that. And what we're going to be auctioning this for is a charity that I think we have someone to present. So the charity would be To Be United. And thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So hi, I'm Victor. So I used to be head of economics and chief commercial officer at Arweave. And at Arweave, we've been fighting authoritarian regimes, been fighting for freedom of information. And so for me, it's all like pretty personal. So I come from Ukraine myself. And so this charity, To Be United, people from there, they're helping people in Ukraine, in towns like Bucha, Irpin, and others who have been under occupation, who survived the Russian occupation. You've seen like all the terrible photos and videos from there. So people being killed for no reason, women and children being raped. So the thing about this charity, To Be United, why it's great, because it's a small one, so it's not a big one, right? So like all the money that gets to them, gets donated to them. Today it's donated to them. Tomorrow they can buy things necessary right in place and bring it to people. And if possible, do we have a video that we could show from people from To Be United, please? Okay, okay. Yeah, okay.
But we do have another video to show though.
Cool. It's like really, yeah, you're going to donate to a really great cause and like help people tomorrow already. Thank you.
Thank you. What you just saw actually was a sneak peek at the Animal Kingdom, which is sort of a game slash metaverse that we are working on at the moment. Not gonna let a lot of alpha leak on this one, but the NFT that we're auctioning here is actually a phygital, so you'll get one of those like super cool hat. But on top of that, that's an NFT that you can wear in our metaverse as well. So it has some utility, you know, in the street because you look the coolest guy in the street, and also in the metaverse because they will convert it into that helmet. Once you wear that helmet, well, who knows? You get access to other places in the metaverse and what's behind, which is TikTok. So we'll start this at 0.3 ETH, and I believe we have quite a few people on the phone. So 0.3 to start with. 0.3, yep, once. So 0.4, at the very least, 0.4? 0.4 there, yes. You tell me. So we're 0.4 once. What you saw, like the metaverse there, I mean, if you're wearing this, you get access to, of course, different part of the game, and some of those part of the games have also some sort of strategies. If you know StakeDAO, you know that, you know how these things work. You know what it's worth. They know what it's worth. That's why they are bidding against each other there. What was that? I think you said 0. Yeah, I know you're hesitating there. You see that? You look good with that helmet. So at 0.4, what was it? 0.4 you said, was it? Yes, oh no, wait, 4. 4 ETH. 0.5 here. Don't be scared. I mean, you're allowed to outbid him even though he's twice your size. So. you could put it in the treasury, yeah. That would work. I mean, not for us, but. So we have 0.5 once here. Was there one there? Let me see. How are the people online? Because I don't. Do you see them? If we're good for 0.5, I think we believe we are getting close to. We need to give the room back. So for the lucky commith people, 0.5 once. Oh no, you lost it. 0.5 is here. Sorry. 0.6. You want to give it back? No. 0.5 once. 0.5 twice. And 0.5 for Narcissus. Big boy. Thank you, man. I think that's about wraps it up, guys, and right on time. It's just about 6 p.m., so we can all go and walk to KitKat. But thanks a lot for the cash that we raised for all those charities. Thank you guys for coming, staying all the way to the end. Thank you guys as well on Twitch for sort of following up. And the next one, I believe, is going to be at the ETHCC in Paris. We're going to do another very big auction there. So probably a lot more to come then. Right, thank you, guys. Thank you.